So tell me, Neil, is the Earth flat?
We have video from space of the rotating spherical Earth. The Earth is round.
It's now up to you to answer whether this story is fact or fiction, and take your time.
If you're going to say something and you think what you're saying is true, then no matter how obvious you think it is that it's true, you should still test it.
Yes.
It's a famous experiment conducted by Eratosthenes.
It's an urban legend that never happened.
How can we use this observation to see if Earth's surface is curved? We needed another well. Turns out we can't see the bottom of both wells at the same time. What might explain this? Well, there are two possible explanations. First, we could have a flat Earth with a sun that's small and close by, so that the light hits the second well at an angle. Or second, we could have a curved Earth with a sun that's big and far away, so that all the light comes in parallel, but only one well at a time is lit all the way to the bottom. Turns out with just two wells, there's enough wiggle room for both explanations to fit our observations.
Are we just repeating an urban myth that never really happened?
One last thing, which should be obvious,
Okay.
if you pay attention and think about it.
No way.
If you send a ship straight to the horizon,
Right.
eventually it begins to disappear until it's no longer visible beyond your horizon.
Right.
And you should ask yourself, what kind of surface would produce that result?
But then how do you explain?
They couldn't have accepted it to be completely flat, because otherwise you would never not see the ship. Okay.
We choose to go to the moon.
Planning a trip soon?
Man walks on the moon. Man walks on the moon. The first man from Earth walked on the surface of the moon this morning. Can you believe it?
Not a chance. It never happened.
It was all recorded on these telemetry tapes. So where is this hard evidence?
It's fiction. We made it up.
I haven't seen anything that indicates the telemetry data is even in existence, and as I said, even if we had it, we don't have the machines to play it back.
Is there a more important job?
But your own research has shown the telemetry data is missing.
That's right.
Does this story seem possible? What really happened here?
Doesn't have it either. The Smithsonian doesn't have it. Johnson doesn't have it.
Are you careful with your personal records?
Right. We've been unable to track it down. I mean, we don't know where this telemetry data ended up, and we don't know what path it may have taken. So, unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't really give you much of a clue as to where this data ended up and whether it still exists or not.
Do you believe this story?
I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon,
No,
which
you
was
didn't. No, you didn't.
what?
Hallucinating?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation.
It never happened.
If you wanted to fake the moon landing,
It's a total fabrication.
you would have to fake all of these documents.
Making movies is easier than it's ever been.
And it just seems to me, it's way easier to just go to the moon. Has anyone considered that?
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond.
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Just go to the moon. That's easier than faking all of this.
Pure fiction. It never happened.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
Not this time. It never happened.
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
We made this one up. What's your opinion? Are we telling you a true story of real substance, or are we just barking at the moon?
We don't know what dark matter is. It's 85% of the gravity of the universe is dark matter. It's something we don't know what it is. So we just call it dark matter.
Wrong. We created it. It's totally made up.
The universe has some pressure in the vacuum that's making it accelerate in its expansion against the wishes of gravity. We don't know what that is either. We call that dark energy. This sounds like we know something. We don't.
It's a made-up tale.
It doesn't matter. We are dumb, stupid.
Yes.
So everything we know about the universe, what we're made of, galaxies, stars, planets, that's all right here. So, according to this chart, we are 96% stupid.
You're right again.
Oh, okay, so if the Earth were actually this size, the International Space Station would be orbiting about a half an inch above the surface. And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, what's his name? Felix Baumgartner, he would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. The honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, wow, he's in space, look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat.
Have you had your hearing tested lately?
That stuff is flat.